What is okay? You try, you try. Yay! Welcome to Zimbabwe. Chikamango.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm showing you what happens when you are building, and this is something that you should always budget for. Guys, we had a mountain of rubbles, and this is not a joke because it actually took a whole lot of money that wasn't budgeted for. Because I feel like when we are budgeting, we often forget about what happens to the rubbles, because everything that happens in the house, they leave some bits and pieces and they all throw them and make a huge mountain of these rubble. As you can see, my house had a huge one. It took time for the people to actually dig the mountain, try to remove everything. And it's been years. Remember, the rains came and go, rains came and go. So these rubbles actually had mounted and also get stuck there. I had to find people to do that. So guys, I know there's an easier way to clear rubbles in Zimbabwe where people can just hire the grabbers, but they are quite pricey. So these guys, they came to deliver the tylon for the tiles, and they saw the rubbles, and I asked them whether they were able to do such job to carry rubbles and go and throw them away, and they said they could do that. But I could tell that they were going to work so hard, since their car was not that big. They were going to make several trips to clear this rubble. But anyway, they say they would love to do the job. If I'd found the grabber, it was probably going to take them maybe 2 trips to complete this, and they were not going to dig anything. The grabber was just going to do the job. But these guys, they preferred to take this job. As you know, jobs are hard to come by in Zimbabwe, so every little opportunity to get money, the people will use it. So you see this guy with the blue t-shirt, this is a young boy. I think he's barely 18. He could be around 15 or so. And he looks like he didn't even complete school. Guys, Zimbabwe. And this guy was actually telling me that if I have any little jobs to do at the house, he was willing to do anything that can bring money. He can do all these little jobs, cleaning the outside part of the house, leveling the ground. He can do all that sort. Guys, I just wonder that this guy or this boy should be in school with others, but he was here with these adults working so hard for the money. And these men were also like the retired age. Looking at them, I could tell they could be in their 70s or late 70s and something. Yeah, they are not young men at all, but they are still out there trying to make a living. So yes, I decided to give them a job. They insisted they can do it, whereas I could have just hired a grabber. So I just decided to let them do it, let them do the job and get the money. So guys, this is something that you should always think of when you are building in Zimbabwe. Put money aside for the rubbles, because guys, as you see, this mountain of rubbles, it had every little mark for every kind of job that happens in the house was all found here. And some of them were actually reckless, because they were putting these rubbles on top of the river sand and the pit sand that was actually clean and they could use it, but they piled the rubbles on top of that and it built out of that. Later on, we also found out there were bricks under the rubbles. And you see, that's how the car could load, that little could load. And they had to come for, I think, more than 15 trips, to complete this. It was really a huge mountain. You can see all that is river sand and pit sand. Some of them were actually on the road. You can see later in the video that it was a rainy season, so a lot of pit sand and river sand was being swept away with the
Oh, by the
water,
walk
like
on,
the
I go
rains, so it
to
was just everywhere. You could barely see the
Troubles.
road. It was all covered in pit sand. And like I said, this is the guy. He was
We
really
have started with
hardworking. Now he
clearing the
was digging
rubbles.
again
Right
to
now, the
prepare for the
cars
other
are
guys to
here.
come and load.
We just see how it goes. Yeah, I spoke to them and they say they can do it. So I decided to give them a shot. What I need is to have the rubbles cleared and maybe the outlook of things will be better. So now, yeah, that's it. So they're having some troubles with driving their trucking, but I think it's okay now, and they can start loading. Let's see. This is the house. Welcome to the house.
With this mountain a job at my project, guys, I decided to take a walk on my little street to see what other people are doing. I'm always inspired to see that, I'm not alone, and I probably have done a lot, quite a lot. And yeah, the rebels that I was crying for, I could see them everywhere. Some places were actually like jungles, no, unkept and stuff. So that just brings a bit of comfort to me, knowing that I'm not alone in this journey. When all my neighbors, like my immediate neighbors, they are all done, their yards have the landscape, and it's all done. But when I went further up the little street, I could see that I'm not alone. Ndinana bio wangu vari kuitawo zvandiri kuita. So it was something that brings comfort to me, knowing that we'll definitely get there. We'll all get there, even though everything is looking unkept
Yeah.
at the house. But I know
Now
we are
most of
all
the stuff
getting
are
there
here.
sooner or later. Yes, we are working hard to make things look smoother. Just give us 2 years. I think in 2 years' time, this street will be looking amazingly beautiful because everybody is working so hard to make this house complete. And yeah.
A lot of work to be done here. Oh my god.
Okay, earlier before they started picking up and digging the rubbles, we had a conversation. This is soon after they had finished unloading the tylon that they came with, and we were talking about the rubbles. And guys, you can see from here, it was a huge mountain, and it was so hard for these guys to dig it up and complete the job. In fact, it took them 2 days because this time was almost like 4, and in my community people are not allowed to work after 6 p.m, so that made them leave early and came back early in the morning to complete the job. Guys, the amount of rubbles that we had here was just so too much. The guys, I was trying to talk to them to maybe forget about it because the rubbles were just too much. I could actually feel the pain for them, like if they tried to dig it. It was going to be so hard for them, but they insisted they wanted the rubble. They wanted to do the job. So, yes, as you can see, their leader was going around the rubble, trying to size the rubble, but I could feel that was a big job, guys. But they wanted it. I said, go ahead. And yeah, just go ahead. But I had actually decided not to give them, but I just said, okay, just do it the job they wanted to try. As you can see, their try, guys, I was just sizing and looking at, okay, how long it was gonna take them to do that, or to how many loads they were going to to do to complete the job, looking at the size of the car. But anyway, Zimari, people wanted money. I could actually tell, honestly, life is very hard in Zimbabwe. And yeah, here it was me trying to help because kungomira uchiona vanhu vachita basa sometimes it I just feel bad. So I was like, okay, give me the pick, let me try to dig the mountain. Here you can see the mountain was actually moving, and they had done quite a big job here. So I was just trying to, try it out to see what not to say. So I was like, okay, we are here to work. We are here in Zimbabwe to work, not to have fun. I didn't like the look of things, and I was like, okay, I just want them to quickly finish with it and be done with it, because this place, I feel like it has actually became a trash place for even the people in the community. I feel, because I could see all sorts of dirty things there. And yeah, although my house said something, and I was just checking, look at this river sand, guys, even the pit sand, that the builders were just saying, okay, we need another load, we need another load. Yet there was a lot that they had covered with the rubble. So I was just thinking, Zimari, vedwe, sometimes you can actually feel the pain. Good, vedwe, vanhu vanotongoti zvinhu ngazvingoparara zvakadaro, peace and ichingoerera ichienda kurodhi uko zvichingodaro, and they are okay with that. But iwese munhu anenge achiburisa mari, so you can actually feel kuti here things are hard for me, this is money. And you buy the pizza and you pay for the transport to bring the pizza to your place, then you just see it yakamwararidzwa everywhere. Sometimes munhu zvinongorwadza. Anyway, those are the pains of building, especially in your absence, because I feel like if I were to be at this place, none of these things were going to happen. I would make sure that the pit stand was always you know put together, and try to prevent it from being swept away by the rains and stuff. Here I was tired, but hey guys, yeah, you can see, yeah, I was trying my best, and yeah, that's it.